thanks for coming, Shang. So this is
Are we jumping right in?
We're jumping right in. We broke Mark Maron style. We just go right in.
All right. Well, yeah. There you go.
But you're a comedian, and we met through.
Yeah.
Maybe we did a show together, or somehow we met, and I was like, dude, this guy's hilarious.
Oh,
and
thank
I
you.
remember seeing you on TV when I was younger.
Yeah.
And
I've been doing it for a while.
You've been doing it for a while, and why don't you tell the people who you are and what you do.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Make sure that you first off check out the new website because I just put it up.
Oh yeah.
IAMSHANG. Very important to get traffic. And but no, my name is Shang. I'm a comedian. Been doing it for a very long time. I don't even want to say how long.
Yeah.
It's over 20 years.
Yeah.
I've been doing it over 20 years. And I've been
Since
lucky.
you were 7.
I was 7 years old
Yeah.
when I first started. Very good. Very good. Since
Yeah.
I was a young man, a young pup, a young wolf, I was thrown out into the woods of comedy. But no, I've been doing it for a while. Got a few credits and seem to be building some kind of momentum.
Yeah.
This comedy thing. People seem to think I'm funny.
Yeah,
I don't know sometimes.
You know.
Yeah. No.
You know, because you have to go near the end of the show. That's how you know.
Well, yeah, that's when you have to close everywhere.
Because you're like, I can't.
Let's put him up last.
Right.
So no, I'm at that point now.
Yeah,
I've been at that point for a while. But I started comedy in New York, so I kind of cut my chops there.
Right.
So by the time I got here, I was kind of already in my own groove. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, New York is there's more spots, there's more places to do comedy.
You can get
sharper, stronger. Yeah. They're a little more jaded in a way, so they don't
extremely.
But I find that like now New York audiences are more sensitive than LA. Are you finding that? They're like super woke and super sensitive.
Yeah, like, oh, I can't believe that you let him perform here. I mean.
Have you? So you're redoing your website. So what made you want to do that?
Yeah, I'm done. It's already up.
So is it for dates, for a certain look,
bookings,
or bookings,
for changing the look, changing for when bookers go, they can see the credits, the new video, dates.
Right.
Because a lot of times people are, where are you going to be at? And I think it's better just say, hey, you can go to my website, tour, and you'll see if I'm coming to your city.
Right.
And so it builds traffic. At the same time, I'm like, I don't have to sit there going, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here.
Right.
Yeah, so that was part of it. To download and sell stuff on my site where you can download specials and video and promo and subscribe. So I wanted to get more subscribers to come through the site instead of going through like Facebook or Instagram. Like I still use those mediums, but I want it to be, if everything else crashes, I still have that information.
Right. That's why email is so powerful, because email is outside the system. Like the platforms can change the way they use the algorithm, who that gets targeted. But if you have your own site and your own email list, no one can take that away from you.
Yeah. And I've been building an email list for 10 years.
Oh, nice.
And I've been,
that's got to be a solid list.
I'm at 3.6 million.
3.6 million emails?
Yeah.
God damn.
Why you say it like that?
Amazing.
Yeah, no, 3.6, and I'm separating them with there's a company named FanBridge I work with.
Yeah.
And then I'm separating them by city now.
Right. So, segment them.
Yeah, so I won't send an email blast to everybody. I'll send an email blast just to New York, just to Ventura. Like right now I'm separating Ventura County from LA.
Yeah, I'm in the thousands, and I was feeling pretty good about myself this morning.
I'm saying I have a pretty good amount.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, that's such because then your fans know when you tour and what you're doing, and can stay in touch with you.
Right.
And
that was a selling point for me with some managers. That was like, you have what? And then when I would show them, they go, what?
It's shocking.
Yeah.
I heard that's how Kevin Hart really broke through, was the email list as well. Like he had a friend going out with an iPad or something and just collecting.
Constantly.
And then so when he started to really pop, he had the fans. He had access to the fans.
Right.
So I think so much so that it was part of like the Sony leak. Like they were talking about, we're going to get Kevin on this movie or whatever, and hopefully we can get him to use his email list too, or something like that. Like it was so powerful that it's part of like his appeal for different projects.
I don't know if I'm busting them out, but I've had comics pay me to say, hey, I'm going to Cincinnati. I heard you got a pretty good list in Cincinnati. Go, yeah, I'll send a blast out for you. But I'll link it back to them so people don't keep contacting me. Like,
Right. So now you have your own little internet business.
well, no, I mean, sometimes I don't do
Right.
it. Yeah, but like
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
comics know me. They'll go, hey man, I'm going to
Yeah,
Philly,
yeah.
and my biggest markets so far, email list so far is L.A., Chicago, New York, Atlanta.
Right.
Those are my 4 out of all my list. Those are the monsters,
The ones where you got the biggest draw, the most attention.
most numbers. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And then there's 2 different companies where they go through and emails that are bad and stuff. They kind of
Right.
them
They
out.
take the ones that are bouncing and
Yeah,
clean it
I
up.
lost like 23,000 in November.
Yeah.
They went through and just
Cleaned them out.
23,000.
It's kind of disheartening when you send an email blast and then you're like 5, 10. Well, for me, it's like 5, 10 unsubscribes or something. You're like, oh, what did I do? But it's just like sometimes they just move
people.
on.
I like even with Instagram. If you look in the algorithm, it'll see like 70 people will follow you, 40
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah,
or they will
They
follow
leave,
you.
yeah.
They leave.
Right.
Because they're bitches.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say that?
You can say whatever you
Oh,
want.
God damn it. Why did you leave me?
Yeah.
You sons of bitches. Sign back up on Instagram.
Right. And it's nothing you do per se. It's just kind of like, oh, it never feels good to lose subscribers to your list.
I'll find them because I got their information.
Yeah, you do.
I just stalk them online.
And that's why you ask for address.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why I ask for address, and I send a lot of nudes.
Right.
A lot of nudes.
And so what was your like starting point? Was it acting? Was it comedy? Like take
comedy.
us back to the beginning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got to learn about
It was
Shang.
a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. No, I was always clowning, and my friends were like, I bet you wouldn't do that on stage. It was a bet.
Uh-huh.
It was like, oh, you won't go on stage. I'm like, yeah, well, you won't go on stage. And then I finally went on stage, and my first like 3 minutes, I hit him.
Yeah.
And then a guy named Peter Spellos at Who's on First in New York was like, yo, you should try this again.
Yeah.
And then I came back again. I did it again. Like by the seventh time, I bombed beyond belief because I started thinking about it too much.
Right.
I started like, oh, okay, now I got to do 7 minutes.
Right.
Oh, and I took it to the face. When like people were like commenting as I was walking in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you started off strong, but wow, it was bad. And then I got mad and was like, yo, now I'm really doing this shit. I was more mad than I was, like,
yeah.
All right, so you think I can't do this?
Right.
I'm gonna do this, and then
Double down.
And then that's when I started doing stand up and became incredibly broke. No, not now though.
Yeah.
I'm actually
You're doing well now, but
pretty
I mean,
well.
is it like all the arts? It's a grind when you're trying to build yourself and your name and like get established, meet the right people,
Borrow money off my father. a
borrow
lot.
money off of people.
No, and my father was like, "Yo, I'm serious. You're paying me back." Like, cause I was constantly calling, "Hey, you got $100? I'm short on rent. Hey, you got this?" And I usually think, "Oh, well, my pops will forget." No, he'd be like,
Oh yeah,
"Hey,
yeah.
I know you just did that gig. I know you were just working at that." Because I was doing security. I did security.
Yeah.
I worked on the docks. And I went to school
Like
for art.
what's the doc guys called?
No, not yeah. What Purina Puppy Chow is? You ever heard of Purina?
Dog stuff.
With the dog food, the dog stuff. He said the dog stuff. I used to load those on the pallets.
Okay.
And I would do comedy from like 8 till around 10.
Yeah.
And I'd bring my overalls. I'd work from midnight till 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Sleep during the day. Go to do comedy and then leave from there. I made sure I did my sets early,
Right.
so I could get to
the doc.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it was fun though because
Yeah.
everybody on the dock, I could constantly joke with them. Like we're up
Right.
all night. We were
Yeah. You're
constantly
clowning, and it's like
So I would get bits from that, and then I would go do them on my set. So
yeah.
it worked out, and the money wasn't great,
Right.
but it kept me. It's like, oh, I'm not homeless.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I hated it at first, and then I kind of appreciated it. Like, wow, I could be doing way worse.
That's what's great about New York is that like there's so much life that it gives you material just to be
Constant.
a human. Like
Yeah.
here we're so disconnected. We're like car, it's sunny. We kind of lose track of time, reality.
Right.
There you're running into a guy and something crazy happens,
Right.
and you're leaving a set and you're walking. The brain's turning. You're getting a new
Oh
idea.
yeah, you go down to the village, and there's a guy with a dildo stuck to his head.
Yeah.
And again.
Yeah.
You go, oh, Bill, and you just go, oh, that's Bill.
Yeah.
We're getting used to it.
Right.
But I got a lot of material there. So by the time I came out here, I was kind of already, I wasn't established, but I was already doing a lot. I was already headlining like the Funny Bones and Punchlines and stuff on the road. So some comics kind of knew me but didn't know me. And I'm still trying. I'm meeting new comics. I'm at your shows.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man, that person was funny as hell.
Yeah.
I never saw them before.
Right.
And they're a killer.
Yeah.
Or they're from Canada. I
Right.
met,
Yeah,
like,
me, you, and Ivan Decker had a great, like, I think we stayed almost 2 hours after the show talking.
Yeah, it's like I never met them before.
Yeah,
so I'm
he's
meeting
great.
a lot of young comics and comics from other countries and cities. And so I've been doing that more. Older comics have a tendency to be like, young comics, get on my face. I've been doing this for 55 years.
Yeah,
and then they give you that. Did I just sound like Bernie Sanders?
You have young energy, though. I mean, I have no idea how old you are, and you don't have to say it. But
No, I'm 57.
okay, I would have guessed younger.
No, I'm 50. People have a problem saying that. I go, no, I'm 57.
Yeah.
Like people go, you shouldn't say that in Hollywood. Who gives a fuck?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Do you remember the singer Neo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a point when they were like, oh, the young wonderkind, like, he was 18.
Right.
And then at some point he came out, he's like, look, I'm 32. All right. Like,
stop it.
And then it's just like the authenticity is so much more important than like pretending you're like this 16-year-old.
No. Yeah. I'm an old guy. I got grown children.
But there is something enticing about like the wonderkind, like the guy who's doing comedy for 1 year, who's like 16. Like everyone in Hollywood gravitates towards that.
He's 13
story.
years old. He got 50 minutes of material.
He's already opening for Chappelle.
Not realizing that he's 45.
Right.
And he just drinks blood at night and sucks
But you
the
need
souls out
time
of
to get
children.
better, right? Like you can't. I mean, apparently Eddie Murphy started like right away being amazing.
He was right. Yeah, he had some kind of apparently pact with the devil.
Right.
Because he first auditioned Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, got it.
Most people 50 years don't get an audition like that. I've been lucky from the standpoint of stand up, but I've done pilots. No, none of them got picked up.
Yeah.
I've had tours where they put me on tours and say, hey, this tour and this. So I'll block out all my other gigs because I'm thinking, oh, I'm going on tour, and the tour will fall out. So I've already canceled.
Right.
Like I had Funny Bones and a couple. There was Hyenas, Comedy Club Hyenas.
Yeah.
I had like 9 dates set up. They said, no, we're going to put you on this Source tour. The Source.
So like Source magazine?
Yeah. They were going to do a Source tour, and you're going to be doing it because I already had done. I've done.
Opening for Almighty RSO?
No, I wish. That would be cool though. So I did. I canceled. I said, hey, I got this tour, and I let them know I'll make the dates up to you. And then they called me and said, oh, the tour fell out. Mm-hmm. And it was like, and then I tried to call the clubs back to go, we've already booked other people, bro.
Yeah.
So I've had a ton of stuff like that happen.
Right.
But for some reason, I don't know. I don't know why I haven't stopped. I haven't, let it throw me completely.
Yeah. I mean, that's half of the game is not stopping.
Yeah.
And just keep going.
Yeah.
Because you can only control the things within your control. And that's what's so great about comedy is like, it's all you.
Yeah.
You live and die by your writing, your desire, your stage presence. It's all, and any failing you have is something in yourself, so to speak.
Well, to a point,
like on stage.
On stage, yes, but everything else, there's
not industry, not getting cast, not getting
the casting, because
opportunities.
industry people are absolutely out of their fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
One lady told me she couldn't let me read for a part because I looked like her ex-boyfriend.
Interesting.
They called me in to read for the part.
Yeah.
I walk in, she goes, "Oh, you look so much like my ex." I'm like, but I'm not. Hi.
Yeah.
I'm me. And she's like, "Oh, I can't let you read because."
Yeah.
So I drove all the way up here to Woodland Hills for you to tell me. Okay. Well, hey, I guess I won't be reading for this.
It won't be
thing.
it. Yeah.
And then I had the wildest shit was Chappelle. I was up for a movie that was written. The writer wrote it, the part, because of me. Mm-hmm. It was a movie, Undercover Brother.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And the character that Chappelle ended up doing, that was supposed to be me, based off of seeing me.
Oh, interesting.
And when in the casting it said, like the description was that I was supposed to read for, it was like, we're looking for a Shang type.
Oh.
I come in and read, they go, oh, well, you're
Shang.
right. I'm thinking, oh, well, I should get this.
Right. But you've had some really good roles on like shows. Like, what are some of them that you want to talk about? experiences?
Most of my favorite stuff's been the independent stuff. I've gotten a lot of independent film festivals. So I've been in about 4. I got to go to Sundance, which was really crazy.
I just went to Utah for the first time.
Man,
it's beautiful.
It's crazy. Like the air is clear as shit. And
people are nice.
The people were surprisingly nice.
Everything is affordable.
I was surprised how nice it was. I was thinking, I was thinking I should bring a band of comics up there and just take it over.
Right.
And like Utah will be ours now.
I did some feature sets at Wise Guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's incredible.
I've never done that gig.
Oh my God. The audiences are on board. They love it. I do a lot of clean stuff, a lot of family stuff too, and they loved it. But then I went and dropped it on Ian Baggs' show to watch him.
Yeah, Ian Baggs definitely
super not clean, and they're on board with that too. And they just they have this dark sense of humor there that they're just like really good audiences.
I've done showcases in Utah, and I for NACA.
Yeah.
I did the NACA up there, and I did like 30 clean.
Right.
Just squeaky clean, not even hinting. And that's like, people go, they're stunned. Like, I'll give you an example. Jan Smith, who booked the Ice House, he booked me to headline. He says, I'd book you headline, but you have to go clean. So I did it. He comes, watches me, says, hey, I never knew you were clean. I was like, you never asked me.
Right.
If you'd have asked me, he said, I'd have booked you years ago.
Yeah.
All you have to do is say to me, hey, do a clean set.
Right.
And I would have did it.
Yeah.
It's like, is your normal set clean? No, not at all. But I have a clean set because I've done corporates.
Yeah,
when you do corporates, you got to go super duper squeaky clean.
Yeah.
But the money's phenomenal.
Right.
I did Nivea Cream's corporate Christmas party.
Oh, nice.
And it was in on a patio.
Yeah.
And I did maybe 10 minutes. They're like, oh, here's $3,000.
Wow.
And I'm talking about middle of the day. Like,
I
did maybe 12 minutes.
Nice. Did they like it?
Yeah, it went well.
Oh, that's great.
Well. I did some Nivea cream jokes.
Yeah.
About my children.
Right. You always hear those stories about corporates, like, say whatever you want. Like, and then people do that and they're like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, no, you won't. No, there's a in the contract, there's like, if you go over the line, you don't get paid.
You don't get paid.
I'm like, nah, I'm getting paid. I'm getting my money. So I do stuff like my clean stuff is more about hypocrisy, contradictions, and about being with my oldest son. I was a single parent, and how I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
So I'm surprised he made it to the age he made it now. How
old is he now?
He's 22. So I'm like, because I've made so many mistakes, and I would drag him around the comedy clubs with me, and because he'd be in the green room playing on Nintendo. And I'd be doing a set, then I'd have to leave early because I can't have him out after a certain time. And I would always say, hey, I have to go up early. I have to go up early for spots because I literally had him with me. I had comics watching him hey, can you watch him for a minute? I'm going to go do my set.
Right.
I've flown out of town with him. I did a gig in Seattle. It was funny. And he was literally like watching me from the balcony. Yeah. And because I knew he was watching me, like, oh, I got to keep it
super.
Yeah. He was like 5. And I was like, oh, I got to keep it super clean.
Right.
And I did. And then he saw me on YouTube, a clip that I wasn't clean. And my youngest son saw me too. And was like, you get paid to cuss?
Yeah.
But you tell us we can't cuss? I'm like, yeah, but that cussing's paying for college. Shut up.
Right.
So, I mean,
did he get the bug? Is he a comedian?
No, he don't, not at all. I mean, I've taken him out on stage with me once.
Yeah.
Because he was standing on the side. I was opening for Dick Gregory in San Diego at the university down there. And he was like, wanted to go. He's like, you're done. Come on, let's go. I don't want to be here. And I told him, hey, you guys, this is my son. And he walked out. He walked out not because he wanted to, and he looked and was like, you could tell he's like, I don't want to be here.
Right.
And he said, let's go. And he said, I don't want to be here. I'm like, they can hear you.
Right.
And then he's like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And then another time he came on stage because we were supposed to go see Pirates of the Caribbean at midnight, and he was rushing me he was older, a little bit older then, and he's like, hey man, hurry up. Now he's getting older. He says he's cool. He's like, finish your set.
Yeah.
We're not missing Pirates of the Caribbean because of you.
Right. He knows all the words. Like,
Yeah.
finish your set.
Yeah.
Like, do your closer.
Is that your
like,
segue?
Yeah.
Now he's like, is that what you're using for a segue?
Right. That's what you got?
Is that what you're working
Yeah.
with?
Work on your laughs per minute.
Yeah. The first 4 minutes were good, but that
Yeah.
that last 2 minutes was shoddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've never seen your clean set, but I could see it working because like a lot of your crowd work stuff could be twisted, like
right.
clean
Yeah. No.
and
My clean stuff is more like, what's a good club that I did? Have you done Ventura? You've done Ventura Comedy Club.
No, I never have.
Yeah, I did a set up there, and I didn't do much crowd response. Like I just set joke. And it was funny. One of the comics in the back was like, "I've never seen you do that." I was like, "Yeah, but I've done the late show, so
Right.
I had to be clean there. So what would make you think I couldn't extend that 4 minutes?"
Yeah.
So no, but I still go up to the edge, even on some shows.
But you're doing a lot of headlining gigs around town, right? You're at the Irvine Improv coming up, right?
No, I already did it.
Oh, you just did it.
I
Okay.
did Brea, Irvine.
Yeah.
I'm doing Ice House coming up.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice room. I like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
room.
That's one of my favorite rooms in town.
Is that your? Yeah, that's my second favorite room.
Yeah. What's your first?
Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory. Yeah, Laugh Factory is great.
Laugh Factory. Laugh Factory would be number one.
Yeah.
Ice House number two. Improv Melrose.
Improv Melrose, yeah.
I like Melrose more than I do Brea, Irvine, or Ontario's good.
Okay, yeah.
I just did Ontario.
I've never done Ontario.
I did it Tuesday. I did a show there
It
Tuesday.
went well?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I love the belly room too.
Belly Room's excellent.
Belly room when it's popping, it's so you're so close to everybody. Everyone's into it, and it's just so tight.
You know who got a good show up there? You've heard the Ride or Die show?
No.
Yeah, they have the Ride or Die show. Stacia, she books it.
Okay.
And it's a really good
Ride or Die show. Yeah,
Ride or Die. If you
I'll check it out. Yeah.
check it out, and you can use me as a reference because she's great. And
Okay.
She books comics up there.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's one of the better produced shows. Your I told you that stunned me how cool that was. That was like
yeah.
Like
I'm so glad you done it twice now. Both times you were great. And
it was it's like one of the hippest gigs. I did one in New York where I was like, it was a speakeasy.
Yeah.
And literally, like, it's exclusively like invited by like the general public can't come.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Is it the Blind Barber?
no,
Okay.
and I was stunned. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, you slide this door and there's comedy.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, we just hosted on Wednesday. We were part of the Southland Comedy Festival. So we had one of the festival gigs was at the Comedy Bunker. And then we were the official after party for that night.
Okay.
And so it's interesting because it is a residence, but it feels... and
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. Like, no one lives there. But like when you like comics show up, the general vibe, and you can tell me if this is what it was for you. It's like, what did I get myself into? You're showing up at a weird house. It's dark. You're like, I'm gonna die. And then you come in. And you're like, okay, maybe it's legit.
not as
There's people
bad,
hanging
yeah.
out. Then you go downstairs to the room, and it's a dope comedy room.
Right.
It reminds me of like Village Underground in New York. If you
Yes.
just kind of shrunk it, like before Comedy Cellar took it over.
And the Bitter End. There was
Bitter End,
Bitter End, the Village Gate.
Yeah,
where it was
yeah.
like exclusive, like hipness.
Right.
I didn't get that vibe. When I walked in, I was more like, oh, this is some cool shit.
Okay.
Like, I didn't walk in and think, I didn't think, oh, I'm going to go upstairs and Leatherface is going to be standing there. With
Right, just Pulp Fiction too.
Yeah, he walk in and it's like, well, you got a pretty mouth. None of that.
Yeah.
I was more like, oh, this is cool.
This is dope.
And so when I went downstairs, the first time I did it,
Yeah.
and all the comics, when the little side room,
The green room.
green room, we were talking, and they hadn't done it either, so we were all in the same kind of boat, like,
Right.
hey, what do you think this is like? I'm like, no, the crowd's fine. It's just we can just do a set. It's not.
Yeah.
You don't have to change yourself or
Right.
whereas I think sometimes, well, not now. I'm at a position now where I don't.
Yeah.
But they like now. I used to change some of my set and kind of back off of some stuff. Mm-hmm. No, I don't. Not at all. Because I thought, well, either way, I'm going to either do well or not.
Right.
I'm very all in or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's cool about that room. They just different styles of comedy.
Yeah.
The guy that went up before me, I can't remember his name. The last show.
Ivan Decker?
Was it?
Canadian guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally different style.
Yeah, completely.
And the crowd still was.
Yeah, still with it.
Yeah, that's the part I like.
We try to do good lineups that are diverse and build and change and like kind of.
Right.
It's there's certain art to building it. We don't just put whoever's available on. We try to make sure it's
okay.
like
This guy,
this
that
guy, and then
right.
this is
It's
going to be
puzzle.
good. Yeah, it's a puzzle. Yeah,
Right.
you're trying to build
but
it.
a lot of comedy clubs don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I used to do when I first did the improv. They would put like, some hardcore comic in front of Steve Middleman, and at the time it was like, why would you do that? You wouldn't.
Right.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
You got to kind of put an ebb
There's
and
a flow. Yeah.
Yeah, an ebb and
Right.
flow of it.
And sometimes you can't control it. Some guy's running late, and you do your best. And
Right.
sometimes it's like not the order you wanted, and
Right.
and the people are like, "That was the best order, best show." You're like, "Oh yeah,
planned that.
I planned that. Yeah,
Oh,
he was.
that was all part of the plan.
Right. I told him to stop for In and Out.
Yeah, so now it worked out. But no, I'd say that room. I put it on Instagram, and there was comics all over the country going, "What is that?" I'm like,
yeah.
Because I didn't put the actual set. I would just
Right.
when I walked in, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about to do a set."
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah, I saw you like you were live streaming or doing
I was
something.
like,
Yeah.
I'm about to do a set. I
Yeah.
think it's either a mansion or a sex den or
Yeah.
And
That's what got him.
Yeah, and they're the sex den.
Yeah.
And so no, I did that, and it was one of the better ones.
Yeah. And you want like so we have a lot of musicians and people who have seen the show a lot, and sometimes they sit in the front, and that's not ideal for me because. First of all, they've seen me a million times, so
Right.
they're not laughing. Second of all, they're just a little bit, they're industry, so they're not in it.
Right.
But you went up and I saw you win over like the hardest section of the room that night.
The band.
The cool guys with and you're making fun of his girlfriend and this and that. And
Right.
then and they were into it.
Yeah, but sometimes those guys are the worst for comedy.
Yeah. No, generally they are. But that night you got them.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked right in the camera and said that, y'all.
Yeah.
Now-
I've seen you at the store doing Sam Tripoli's show a bunch.
That was
recently.
a fun show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam books me on it, and it's weird. One of my favorite comics, and people like don't give him enough props, is Joe Rogan.
Oh, Joe's great.
Joe, I like him as a stand-up. I like his show. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
I like the podcast, but I like his stand-up. I've
Yeah.
always liked his stand-up.
Yeah.
And I just feel like he's not as he's his UFC stuff and his podcast kind of overshadowed his stand-up.
Yeah. I mean, he's a legit stand-up.
He's a legit
started
stand-up.
in
And I've
New
worked
York.
with him.
Yeah.
First, I'm a fan of his, and I've been doing it a long time too. But I'm still a fan of his. And I first time I actually got to talk with him, I did a show with him at the Haha,
Yeah.
the old Haha. There was a Haha before this Haha,
Yeah.
and I
On the same street.
Yeah, on the
right?
same street, yeah.
Sometimes I drive to the old one by accident. 'Cause
yeah,
it
like,
looks the same.
It looks the same.
I think it still says
they haven't
haha.
changed it
Yeah,
or
yeah.
anything. And I guess the new owner's like, I'm keeping it. You can't stop me.
Yeah.
That's
how he sounds.
That's exactly how he sounds. I do very good. I don't know what accent was that.
I don't know.
I don't either. Neither do
Yeah.
you. We don't know.
No.
But no, Rogan was cool as shit, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
talked to him for like an hour. Like we finished the set.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, he's Joe Rogan. He's gonna,
Right.
because he went up before me, and then I went up later, and I'm thinking, oh well, he'll leave. He won't see me.
Right.
Whatever. Keep it moving. And hung out and talked to him for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Like
Yeah.
till literally 1:30 in the morning, and just about everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, but in my mind, I'm going, is this Joe Rogan?
Right. Like, is this the real guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is okay.
And
This is him.
Yeah.
And so his persona on the podcast or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
No, that's him.
Right.
I'm gonna turn it around.
Ask me.
Like who's some of your favorite stand-ups? I'm gonna tell you my top 5.
I mean,
I'm gonna give you 5.
I mean, I
It
like,
changes?
Yeah. I mean, Seinfeld's always in there for me.
Okay.
I really like Nate Bargatze.
Okay.
I like Chappelle.
Seinfeld's that's a good choice.
Yeah. Jim Gaffigan.
I love him.
Yeah, he's great. Brian Regan.
Well, going fishing.
Yeah, he's so funny.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
And one of the nicest dudes.
Yeah. I never met him, but I'm sure.
He's super
He
cool.
seems like
him and his brother. His brother's a stand-up.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Same last name?
Yeah.
Okay. What's
Dennis
his-
Regan.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are some of yours?
Joe Rogan. See, people think, oh, it's going to be Chappelle. No, he's not. No, but it's Joe Rogan. guy named Tom Rhodes.
Yeah, I like Tom Rhodes.
Tom Rhodes, he's just really creative and out of his mind.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Can I go old school?
Go old school.
Eddie Murphy, man.
Love Eddie Murphy. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, Eddie Murphy's swag.
Oh man.
To me, he had a different vibe, a different swag on stage. It's a comfortability.
21 in that red suit. How is that possible?
Delirious, man. Just
20. I still look at him now. I'm like, you're acting like you're a 35-year-old guy up there. Like the swag and the confidence,
he had the swag
and the knowledge and experience of a 35-year-old.
And his stand-up, people like when you look at it now, you go, "Oh, that's kind of infantile," but no, it was just.
It was the funniest thing ever.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Definitely him. Chris Rock.
Oh, Chris Rock. How did I miss Chris Rock? I love Chris Rock.
Chris Rock
oh my God, he's one of the best.
Brilliant. And I'm trying to think. Like if they're alive, does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
George Carlin.
Yeah, Carlin's great. Yeah.
Carlin to me pushed buttons that. A lot of people I haven't seen push buttons.
Yeah. Like, some really good wordplay and like very well thought out.
Comic relief. The first thing he comes out, all the other comics are being like pandering a little bit.
Yeah.
Even Billy Crystal and Robin Williams pandering. He comes out and at least he said, "Fuck all you rich people.
Yeah.
Give these homeless people some of that money. Dig up." He said, "Dig up some of these golf courses.
Yeah.
And make affordable homes." And he said, because golf is, I'd rather watch flies fuck. And I was like, that's your opener? That's what you're opening comic relief on HBO with? And that's what he opened with on HBO. I was like, and I was at the taping, I was like, he doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't care.
And then he just, after that, he said that.
Yeah.
And people went, you heard the whole room. And then he just proceeded to start to destroy.
Right.
He just destroyed. And that night it was comic Rick Overton.
Yeah.
Rick Overton killed. George Carlin murdered. What's his name? George Wallace.
Oh, I love George Wallace.
George Wallace.
Yeah.
He just was so charming. And
yeah.
He ripped.
And original. Like nobody's doing George Wallace.
Right. Yeah. George Wallace is just George Wallace.
Yeah.
For the people that don't, look up George Wallace.
See him in Vegas if you can.
So I mean, and I just sat there soaking it up. I used to hang around doing shows, and when I was younger, comic, and I would just like Bill Hicks was my super duper influence at first, to the point where because it was me, it didn't come off like I was doing Hicks, but I was doing Hicks.
Okay,
I wasn't doing Hicks like his mannerisms because we're so different as human beings.
Right.
But that mentality of just, I'm going to just
right.
go at him.
There's something in there that's triggering that element.
And that was Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
And people that don't know Bill Hicks, he's one of the best comics. You know, he passed away a long time ago, but Bill Hicks was one of the best, I think, to ever do it. And it's weird that young comics, I'll talk to young comics, and they don't know some of the greats. Like I would talk to some comics and like to some black comics, go, George Carlin, who's that? And I just want to walk away. I go, you're doing this and you don't know who George Carlin is?
If you're in your 20s, I mean, it's probably pretty far removed.
It's far removed, but I still would kind of do a little research
and back. Yeah. I guess in everyone's careers reaches a point when you dive back, and maybe some people haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if you're in your 20s, that makes. Actually, you just made me think about it. I apologize for calling people assholes that didn't know. We were at the Comedy Store. I called some of you comics assholes for not knowing who George Carlin was. I started naming older comics.
Yeah.
Like people think, is that from your era? No, that was actually way before me, but. I looked at them and got inspiration.
Right.
Because Carlin didn't give a fuck and was that brilliant wordplay.
Yeah.
Like, just brilliant. And there was Stephen Wright, which I would say Stephen Wright, they go, I don't know who he is. And then I would show them a clip. They go, man, this dude is funny. I'm going.
Yeah, one of the best dry ever.
Dry, calm, pacing. And he would kill just as hard as anybody else, high energy comic, because the way he wrote.
Right.
And
you fall into his rhythm.
Yeah. 7-Eleven, 20. You know.
There's a great Instagram or Twitter where it's like Stephen Wright grams, where they just like post his old little like one-liners and bits and stuff, and it's a good way to get into it if you guys are looking for
a Stephen Wright,
little introduction.
Yeah. So what's the joke he did? 7-Eleven, it's open 24 hours, and then he went there and it was closed, and the guy said, "Why?" He asked him, "Why isn't it open?" He said, 24 hours, but not in a row.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's just a great line.
Yeah.
And
It's so right there.
Yeah.
But then he grabs it.
He grabs it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I gave you 4.
Yeah.
And but I'd have to put Hicks and Dick Gregory, because Dick Gregory, I watched old clips, wasn't super funny but super prolific
Right.
and just barriers. He was knocking down barriers, and then he became an activist later on.
Right.
But when he was doing stand up, real cool. Used to do the Playboy Club and
Oh yeah.
where
yeah.
you see all these black and white pictures of him smoking a cigarette and
Yeah.
like classic.
I heard
old
they were
school.
bringing the Playboy Club back. Like they're gonna start building them again.
No,
Yeah.
they're gonna get Me Too'd so
Oh
fast.
yeah. Maybe they canceled it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what?
Like, what do you think about the new thing that's happening with comedians, like with clipping? Like everyone's like clipping their stuff, putting captions, and putting it out there.
I think it's great. I got to start doing it more.
Yeah.
I'm behind the game when it comes to that. But you know, what's this? Andrew Schultz.
Schultz, yeah. He's the godfather of it
He
all.
murdered that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now he's headlining clubs and
Yeah.
selling out places by doing it himself. I like the fact that the internet, because you got to think, I've been doing it before the internet was a factor.
Right.
You know, before there was Instagram. I've been
Yeah.
doing stand up before there was Instagram. That was a killer.
Yeah. Do you miss those days, or is it now more exciting?
No, I don't miss those. Like I'm not one of those. Like I don't even miss old music. Like I'm more like
Jay-Z?
Yeah, like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Who needs that shit in your
Yeah.
life? No, I listen to stuff, but I try to.
Yeah.
I want to hear what's next.
Right.
And like no, I like it. And it's giving me some power. Like when I've gone into meetings, and I bit off of Dane Cook. I'm gonna keep it real, because he did this. The guys, the people didn't know me. They would meet with me. Like I don't even have the time. I don't even know who the fuck I am. No, that's bullshit. I know exactly. No,
Got 2 kids.
Yeah, I know. I definitely know. They definitely grounded the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But no, I went in and I turned my computer around and I just put my website on and I showed how many hits I was getting.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't know me, but these
The
100,000
people know me.
people know.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
And that literally was that's a Dane Cook move, because he used to do that with MySpace.
Right.
He used to show how many people were logging onto his MySpace to show
Right.
I'm bigger than you know.
Right.
So mine obviously wasn't. His was in the millions.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm in the thousands though.
Right. Yeah.
And so I did that, and literally that changed the meeting. Like,
Right.
They were like, hey, maybe we should sign you.
Right. Because you have to you have to build your own business
Yeah.
in some capacity. Otherwise, you lose all the leverage and power.
Right.
You kind of need to go forward without them on board.
Right.
Be like, you want to come on board? We're here. But if not, I'm still good, because look what
good.
I have. I have this, and I'm going here without you. You'll help. You'll add some fuel to the fire, some cash, whatever you're going to add, production. But I'm still going down this path, and look at all the people who love me.
Yeah.
And I'm going on the road, and I'm going to make money.
Yeah. And or people that don't know if you're a strong comic, and then they see you and go, "Oh, he's crazy though."
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the one dude, I was doing the San Jose Improv, and this dude was like, "How come I don't know who you are? Where did you come from?" And I realized had been doing it forever.
Yeah.
And like, I can't believe people came to see you. And
Right.
what is going on here? I've gotten that a few clubs where, because I mean, there's markets out, like you went up to Utah.
Yeah.
I've never done Wise Guys.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to get booked at Wise Guys. But,
Yeah.
Because I booked myself, but luckily, I've been able to, like, as many calls as I make
Yeah.
come in. Like, so now I'm getting more people more people hit me up. Hey, you want to do this show?
Right.
Than before. So I'll make calls and I'll try to get booked at gigs. But then I'm also fielding emails like, hey, you want to come do, Colorado? Yeah, I'll come do Colorado.
What does that mean to like book yourself? Does that mean, do you have an agent or manager, or just all goes through you?
Just all me. Yeah, go through my website and I send out email blasts and promos and luckily some of the clubs know me and they'll book me.
Do you find it hard to negotiate?
No.
So
No.
that's good.
They give me some people give me a flat fee, and if they give me a flat fee, I just go no.
Yeah.
If you give me a flat fee, I got to get a bonus.
Right.
Because if I do put asses in seats, I want money for that asses in seats.
Yeah.
Or some of them give me like a flat fee, but it's a higher fee, and I'll go, okay, well then, if you give me this flat fee, you have to book me an additional date down the line.
Right.
If you're not going to let me have that, like, so if I pack this place out and you give me a flat fee, you know, what did I promote it for? What did I do all this promotion for?
Yeah, then it's on you. You should put your hands up and be like, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. So yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Or you got to give me another date.
Right.
And sometimes it works, some it doesn't. But the Improv has been really nice to me on the road. The Funny Bones have been really nice to me.
Yeah.
I'm doing stuff up north. I did one of the best clubs ever in Tacoma.
Tacoma, yeah.
The Tacoma Comedy Club.
Yeah. My buddy's headlining there in March.
I did the Tacoma Club. It's excellent.
Yeah.
And then he just booked me in. I'm doing Appleton, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Called the Skyline.
Yeah.
And there's another room of all places in Springfield, Missouri, called the Blue Room.
Okay.
Great room.
Yeah.
Like, I'm finding all these little in the cut great rooms where it's packed.
How many seats about?
About 200.
200, yeah.
Smaller club. Like, if you look at the improvs now, they're like 600 seaters.
Yeah, they're getting big, especially outside LA. They're
they're
bigger.
600, 400, 450.
Right.
Whereas I'm what I do is I'll go in these B and C markets, pack it out in smaller rooms,
right?
Build my following up, and then I have a plan, and then come back and just do one night theaters.
Right.
So come to a comedy club, pack it out for 4 or 5 shows.
Build the audience in that region. Audience. Yeah.
I have an email list right.
As
soon as they come out.
Yeah.
I have people sign up before I even take a picture or even interact with them. Hey, did you enjoy the show?
Right.
Just give me your email.
Yeah.
And now I just take a laptop. Before I used to just literally have I used to literally do like this. Yeah. And I'd have to decipher what people were writing.
I just, so funny you said that. At the Comedy Bunker, we have one sign up, and I'm like, this is the last time I'm doing this paper. I'm putting an iPad there. Cause like, I'm like, what is this name? And
exactly.
And then they're bouncing back, and I'm like losing like a 25% of the list. Right.
So when you have them actually type it in, it's better. And even then they screw up.
Yeah.
So I rather do it that way. What I did was I buy an old Mac. I bought an old Mac.
Yeah.
And just, put a Word document in as they're walking out.
Yeah. And do you have someone helping you? Like
some clubs, I'll ask the club to help me.
Yeah.
But no, it's just me.
Okay.
Because when they come to my table to buy merch.
Okay, so you're doing the merch table.
I do the merch, and then I do digital download cards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Have you seen those?
I mean, not yours, but I've seen them. Yeah.
That's what I sell mostly those, and I'm gonna start probably doing T-shirts because T-shirts are
download code and T-shirt bundle.
Yeah. I mean, T-shirts seem to be they move.
Yeah.
I seen what's his name? Eric Schwartz. Mm-hmm. You know who he is?
Yeah.
Was it E Smooth? Is Smooth E?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I've seen him just kill it on shirts.
Yeah.
He'll bring a whole bunch. Darren Carter does it.
Oh yeah, Darren Carter kills on shirts.
Shirts. So I'm gonna definitely start doing.
Yeah, a good merch that's not too like hitting yourself over the head with like what it is. Like people they want to support, especially in like markets, and you're bringing stuff, and it's like it's something to take home.
I'm gonna try to get some made for this next trip. My next trip's not until I'm Atlanta this week.
Yeah,
I'm doing Atlanta. I leave for Atlanta Thursday. I'm doing then I'm doing that. Then I'm doing a corporate. That's just gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Corporate in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
No, I wish. I wish. No, but it's good. Yeah, it's good. Black hair care products. Yeah. I don't care.
Right. I mean, does it matter if it's Nivea or whatever?
Yeah. No, that was the weird. It was just there were so many dirty jokes I thought of.
Yeah.
That I was
with the product?
The product I could not say. And all your lotions, you have no idea.
Right.
Like over the phone, I was killing the guy because I was saying some stuff. And he says, that's hilarious, but you can't say that when you do. I'm like, I know, dude. That's what you saw my tape. It's fine.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because people will see me like, oh, you're in a suit. You actually, for the, like normally, no, I would wear a suit, but for stuff like that. You do it. You do what you got to do.
It seems like this has like been a key part of your success is like you're a charming and engaging guy in the room. Because like in Hollywood, everyone will meet with you once.
Right.
And then they'll meet with you a second time. And then if you don't create some sort of business, then you're done.
Yeah.
And so you seem like you're coming to the table, getting good, engaging meetings, and you're also like, hey, like I'm a business,
Right, I
and
have
I'm going to
stuff
make
going
you
on.
money. Let's make money together.
Right.
And so you're getting gigs, you're getting
Luckily.
opportunities that, like, you know, a lot of people
Shooting pilots. I
shooting
shot a pilot.
pilots. Yeah.
I shot a pilot. I got to put that page up. I didn't put that page up on the site. I'm definitely going to put it up. I've been taking the money I made from my podcast before, because I had a podcast at Universal.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the money I made from that, and I shoot pilots or shoot stuff. I hire like a crew and shoot my own stuff. And I think that that's the way to go too. So you have your own content and you own the content and you license it to companies like Crackle. Is a
that's what Seinfeld did with Crackle with Comedians in Cars.
Right. You license it. You're like, hey, I'll use my own production.
Right.
There's a production company that in New York I worked with before called Killer Bunny, who did Gotham Live. It's the same company.
It's the same. Are they still doing Gotham Live?
No.
Okay.
But they did like 500.
It was big.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So they have a production company. There's a production company out here, Wolfpack, that I'll use them and I pay them, and then, hey, come shoot this for me.
Yeah.
And that works. But people are like, well, you're spending all your money that you already made to go back out. I'm like, but you got to
re-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember my ex. Yeah. I remember you.
She's a listener.
Yeah, you're listening. No, I remember she used to always get mad because I was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
But then I'd end up being broke because I would take all the money and go, hey, I'm going to shoot this thing.
Yeah.
And then, but that was all the money you just made. I said, I know, but then I can make more money.
Right.
If I sell it, so she used to always get mad at me. And then one of them hit and she was like, oh.
This is what,
it was too late. We're not together anymore.
Yeah. You build. Then you get established with some money, and then you start using other people's money.
Right. Then other people want to give you money. But initially,
you got to believe in yourself.
Yeah. I spent, ugh. Yeah. I'm just going, ugh.
Yeah.
Like,
we should put up all the a channel of all the things that didn't work.
Yeah. Oh my God. If people, this one didn't go.
Yeah.
This one didn't go.
That would actually be really funny. And then you talk about it before.
All
and
these
after.
pilots that,
yeah.
You know how many pilots CBS shot that didn't go?
Yeah.
That like
with you?
No, with me. I've done 6.
Yeah.
But not my own. I've never had my own pilot. I've always been in an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
Where they go, all right, we signed a few comics. We signed a deal with them. We got to give them something.
Right.
And
like
they would even throw you
development deal.
Yeah, they would throw you in shit that you didn't even fit.
Right.
They go, hey, we paid him. We got to use him for something.
Yeah. Get him in here.
Yeah. And it would be like, that's not really a good role for me. You're going to do it.
Yeah.
And you do it, and then you realize, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I did one. Oh, so bad. I did one for FX called The Ultimate Bachelor Party.
Okay. Do you have it?
It's horrible. No, I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
It was tempting men. This was the reality game show. Tempting men and women to cheat on their fiancés, or they were about to get married.
With you?
No, I was just the host.
Oh, you're the host.
Me and this beautiful woman. I couldn't read a teleprompter to save her life, but she was beautiful.
Yeah.
And there was points where the director would come in, hey man, just you take over, because she's not. Just start reading.
Right.
And where they tempt them, and if you didn't cheat,
right,
you got big prizes.
Yeah.
But then they had one where if you did, you got to run with the bulls. Like that was the gift. You get to play 1-on-1 with Shaq.
If you cheat? So they're really pushing the cheat.
They were pushing the cheat.
Wow.
Because that was where the
it was just one pilot shot?
One pilot.
How many people cheated in the episode?
2. It was 2 and 2.
So 2 cheated, 2 stayed true? It
was horrible. It was just like the most depraved, like, is this really where we're like and then the drama.
Someone's going to watch this and be like, you know what? I can make this work.
We need to pick this show up.
Your phone's ringing, actually.
Where they were, here we go. No, Shang, let's get this Ultimate Bachelor Party up and running. It was I was sitting there going, but then I thought, people were like, oh, but then FX can see you as a host.
Yeah.
You should do it. But part of me was like, this is horrible. This is just morally, like, just so bankrupt.
It's kind of like in the real job world. It's like when you build your resume, you do a job you don't like to build your resume, to do another job you don't like. to build
to
your
build
resume.
your resume. It was
Yeah.
it was horrible.
Because at some point you just got to be like, no, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing stand up, or I'm doing my own thing. Or I'm
Right.
doing, yeah. You gotta. Remember that movie Wall Street with Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
And he's mad at his dad. It was a great acting moment because his dad is cast as his dad in the
Right.
show, and he's yelling at him. He's like, "You never had the balls to like take a stand and plant your own flag."
Right.
And it's like, yeah, at some point you got to put your flag and be like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm about. And you might lose money for a little bit, or you might not be,
Right.
you might miss other opportunities. But if you say yes to everything, you're kind of growing in every direction and you don't actually move forward.
You don't grow in a positive forward direction.
Exactly, yeah.
And I've lost relationships because of it. Not because I was some cheating whore of a man, because I was, like, no, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the one thing I do regret comedy-wise, because it's been extremely hard on my relationships. Because even though the one woman, we weren't arguing. It's just I wasn't there.
Right.
And even though I'm not out cheating or none of that,
Yeah.
they don't realize you're out like doing a show, and especially if you're doing 3 shows a night, you get home 1, 2 in the morning.
Right.
So if you're with a mate that you get up in the morning and they're going to work, and when they come home, you're going to work.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm going to do a set at 8:00. Well, I'm just getting home.
Right.
So you're constantly doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the part of comedy.
That's like your mind is trained to be active throughout those hours.
Where they're like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so at 6, you're still on, and
Yeah.
you're still creative, and you're still like,
Right.
like I've been since I was 19, I was in the music business, and it was in the studio. So
Right.
that's a late night thing too. So it's like, I've always worked, afternoon through the night. Yeah.
And if you have a person that is, well, I'm going to bed at 8:30, 9:00. I love you, but I don't, our life. And that's the one part of comedy I go, wow.
It is hard, yeah. Even acting. I mean, actors, they leave town. That's even worse. You're doing on set.
You're on set for like months on end.
Yeah, maybe in Milwaukee or wherever.
They said that, Lord of the Rings, they were gone for like a year.
Yeah.
In New Zealand.
Yeah.
So imagine you tell your wife, hey, either you're going to have to move to New Zealand for a year,
right,
while I'm doing Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, well, I'm shooting people with bow and arrows and riding dragons.
Right.
And
right, yeah. I'm running around dressed as an elf.
Right. Actually, I'm just in a green suit running around in a box.
In a box, but
for
hey, we got to do
months.
it in New Zealand, though.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the money is good and it works out, and you go on a nice vacation after. Or...
Like you said, you worked in the music industry. Literally, the people I know in the music industry, they'll record 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I feel like recording. What? We're in the studio at 1 a.m, and then they'll go to bed at like 6 a.m. You're like, yeah, we knocked the track out. It's 6 a.m.
Right.
So you sleep half the day, and then
Yeah.
you get up, and your energies and creativity starts going around 4:35, and then 6, you're back at it.
Yeah.
So imagine your mate.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like
performing is a nighttime thing. Like, we've all done shows like in the afternoon, and they can be fun, but it's not the same. Like, it's a nighttime
it's
thing.
a nighttime thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't, and I was telling a friend of mine was like, oh, well, it's hard on a relationship. I said, if you can't get someone that understands, you're going to be out at night. Mm-hmm. And if they don't get that, it's never going to work. Where are you going now?
Right.
What city are you going to now?
I think she's calling.
Oh, no, that's
I'm just kidding.
That's actually a comic. I'll call
Oh,
him.
nice.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like
Conference them in.
Yeah. No.
How do you feel about your relationship?
Yeah, no. Does that make sense? What I'm
Oh,
saying?
absolutely.
It's like,
yeah. I mean, it's the show business is hard on relationships. It's
they have to get. I feel like you have to get somebody that goes, I get it.
Yeah, because relationships are hard baseline. No, you guys both.
I agree.
You guys both
I
have.
agree.
You're both 9 to 5, kids, married, all that stuff. That's hard.
Right.
Now you're gonna have a weird schedule on top of it.
Yeah.
And the vagrancies and the variability of income and all that stuff. It's a tough place.
That's the one thing I've noticed. I've been lucky, even though I've had some, like last year was absolutely horrible health wise.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, career wise, but health wise, 2019 was shit. But everything else was going good. It was like, everything else going good. But I'm sick.
Yeah.
But so the thing is, it's just I've noticed that the for me at least, that I've been at least financially gig wise, and luckily I get money through Sound Exchange.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, Sound Exchange has helped me a lot.
Because you have albums out.
Yes.
So Sound Exchange, for those who don't know, is the
I'm
collection
sorry.
company that collects for satellite radio
Right.
and other platforms that are digital.
Right. And so Sound Exchange helped me because I have like 3 albums out there that they play a lot.
Yeah.
And so I get stuff through Pandora and everything else. So I get a check every month.
Yeah.
It's basically soft money. And then also through Vimeo.
It's like getting when you have that established, assets in terms of albums being played, it's like getting your own paycheck every month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that saved me a couple times.
Yeah.
When I've had gigs fall out and then I get the check from Sound Exchange, go, whew,
yeah.
I'm good.
Right. Everyone loves a Sound Exchange.
Sound
Even
Exchange.
in music business too.
Yeah.
It's like,
and Vimeo from videos.
Vimeo, yeah.
And Vimeo is really good. Vimeo's good. And my YouTube, for some reason, the algorithm's changed on YouTube.
Yeah.
Where it's harder to get bigger numbers.
Yeah.
But Vimeo is more targeted, so I've done better with Vimeo than I have that.
Yeah.
And some of the new stuff, I'm not up on it yet. TikTok, I'm still haven't.
No, I think a lot of people are still kind of figuring it out.
Have you done it?
I have made an account, but I don't know what to do on there yet.
You haven't at all?
I've scrolled through. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't started clipping my own stuff yet.
Yeah.
So
I haven't done it. I've done like 2 things on there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, I feel like this is going to be TikTok, and then like 6 months later, it's going to be like flip a flop. And something weird is going to come up. And this is the best one. It's better than, but Instagram seems like the most solid to me.
Yeah.
Instagram, people sleep on Twitter. Twitter's still a beast.
It's still there.
And then Facebook.
Would
you say Facebook? Facebook is not as, Facebook's more of an older.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for ads. All the ads on Instagram are tied into Facebook, so they really, ideally you have your fan page with lots of likes, and that helps with when you're doing targeted ads, but really it's Instagram. Like, Instagram is the one, Twitter is in there, and then Facebook is kind of like a necessity because it's tied to Instagram, it seems.
Yeah. I'd say that, like, I'm trying to get my Instagram numbers up.
We'll tell them what it is. What's your Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
Our 3 fans will follow you.
All 3 of you, follow me. It's at Comedian Shang.
Yeah.
It's really easy. SHANG. And you'll see my mutant skull. When you see my picture, you'll be like, oh, there's the mutant.
There he is. But is your real name Forbes?
Yes.
And so do you go by Shang Forbes or just Shang now?
Just Shang.
Just Shang, yeah. Okay.
Comedian Shang. But I didn't come up with that. Some guy, some older cat that used to do the open mic at the Laugh Factory, he was like, hey, you need to change your name like Cher and Sting. And I was like, why are you talking like that? Well, he talked like he's like, and then just put Shang. and I was like, no, man, I don't. Because my father said, you got a last name for a goddamn reason. You gonna keep that. But then people started doing it, and I just went, all right, fuck it.
Is Shang your real name?
Yeah, that's my real name.
Okay, so you just dropped the Forbes.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, like, if I'm acting, they go, no, it's, the full name.
Yeah.
But for some reason, comedy. Yeah, and it was because of that dude. He kept telling me, every time he see me, the way he said it.
I'm telling you.
Look at Cher. And I was like, but I'm nothing like, look at Sting.
Yeah.
You don't call him Sting last name. It's just Sting. And then
Sting
I was
last
like,
name.
I just was like, all right.
And also you're the only Shang, so it's like pretty.
Well, there's a Shang Wang.
Oh, that's Shang.
Huh?
That's with an E though. But yeah, it sounds the same.
Yeah. Out of, I think, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Comedian.
Yeah, he's super funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So people will think, oh, have you worked with him before? Never.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
Yeah. He's done the Comedy Bunker a few times, and he's really funny.
Shit.
Yeah.
I want to do the Bay more. Do you do the Bay?
No, I want to go up. There's a place called The Setup I want to go check out, and I heard Cobb's is really good.
Cobb's is really good.
Yeah. So I've never done the Bay.
The Setup, there's a new.
It's like it's kind of like halfway between a comedy club, from what I understand, and like an alt show. Yeah, I can link you with the guy who does it. He's a really nice guy.
Up in the Bay?
Yeah.
But is it a real gig, though?
Yeah, I think so.
Shit.
Yeah.
I only know, like, the Punchline.
Punchline, yeah.
I've done the Punchline in Sacramento.
Okay.
And I've done the Punchline in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I think, I've done those 2.
Yeah.
I got, long time ago, Mark Curry
Yeah.
brought me up
Mr.
to
Cooper.
Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize, because he's just doing stand up now, that
Yeah,
he
yeah.
used to have a hit show on for a
Oh,
long
it was
time.
huge. Yeah.
And he
He put on Rami Youssef too.
yeah, he just put me on a show. He saw
Yeah.
me and was like, "Hey, I want you to do the show with me." I'm like, "Yeah," and it was just me and him.
Yeah.
And he didn't use a host. He said, "All right, you'll do 45 up front."
Right.
And he did like an hour and change,
Mm-hmm.
and it was great. And then I did Sacramento Punchline was awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great room. That's a great room. But still, there's so many new clubs and new ideas.
Yeah.
And like there's like when you said the setup, there's a show I did. I think it's where they basically have you write the material beforehand, and you have to, or audience writes material. It's an improv, but you got to fashion a set that night from what they gave you that day.
Okay.
So it's
Like keywords and some topics.
yeah.
Yeah.
And and they do it at I did it at Flappers.
Okay.
And Flappers in Burbank. For the people that know, Flappers is a
Comedy club in Burbank.
Another comedy club.
Yeah. We got 4 or 5 in LA.
Yeah. There's a few.
Yeah. Well, this has been great, dude. Thanks for coming and like talking about comedy. I feel like we could talk for another 3 hours like we did.
Yeah. How long did we do?
An hour 15.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It flowed.
It flowed good.
It flowed. There was
we covered some comedy bits. Some
I actually went into relationship shit. I don't know what the hell that was.
That's all we ended up
but it is comedy related.
Yeah, it's all part of it, and it's like it's learning about who you are, and like it's all you can't separate that from the man. It's like it's a big part of you. It's part of your material. It's part of your thoughts. It's part of who you are. Your sons. Yeah, I have 2 kids, so it's.
Yeah, you have boys or girls?
I have a boy is 4 and a girl is 8.
Okay, so I have boys. Yeah. I wanted a girl bad.
Yeah.
I can't make one.
Yeah.
I can't.
That means you were a good man.
I wanted a girl. I wanted a girl, and
that's
then
not too late.
I got a boy. No, it is. Yeah, it is. But now but my son Cameron, he's so cool. He came to a couple shows with me. I did a couple shows in a row, and it's so cool that now he can come with me because he's my youngest son couldn't come. He's always pissed off at me. Yeah, my youngest son is always pissed off. Like, you let Cameron go,
right?
Why can't? Because you can't, dude.
Right?
You can't.
You gotta be 18 or 21.
Yeah, you have to be 18. He's 22, and he.
So you can go to a club and just not drink.
Huh?
Here?
No, yeah, you can go. He can drink now, but he doesn't. He doesn't. But
so he's 21 and can go now.
Yeah, he can go now.
Yeah, okay,
so he went to. That is the coolest thing recently that comedy wise, the fact that he actually came to a couple of my shows and was like, wow.
Yeah.
My dad's funny.
Yeah, respecting it.
Yeah,
respecting.
Before it was like, oh, you're gone.
Yeah.
And now he's like, he gets it.
Right.
But my youngest one, absolutely.
Yeah.
Doesn't get it at all.
Good thing you did well.
Luckily, I didn't bomb. If I'd have bombed.
The first time you show him what you do, come on, son, this is what we do.
This is what I do. Is like,
do you like ketchup? Shit. What are you doing?
It didn't go well.
Anyone single? Anyone? Where am I?
Yeah.
Anyone married?
Anybody like food? Oh shit, this is not going well.
Sounds like, I gotta change my name.
Yeah.
Forbes like the magazine.
Yeah, that's not my dad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, but it was cool. I had 3. He went with me to 3 different clubs in one night.
Yeah.
He saw the reason I would leave at like 7 because I would do a set and leave and go do a set.
Right.
And he came to all 3 and he was like, "Wow, this is what you do."
Yeah, it's like a fast track learning about the biz too.
Yeah, he gets it now, and he totally. But it's so weird, man. I can't, because I have so much conflict with my youngest one. He just doesn't. Well, I want to. You can't. Don't go then. Why don't you just tell him you're not going? You like the Iron Man toy, don't you?
Right.
So I've been having so much.
And then when you grow up, you learn to. That's what school teaches you. The biggest thing school teaches you is like, hey, you gotta show up.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I just hope later when he's older, I can connect with him in a way where he can understand that. I mean, it's a balance, and I just haven't figured that out with him. But my older one, because it was solo with me and him so long, that he gets it now. Before he still kind of didn't get it.
Yeah.
But now he totally understands. This is why you're going for on the road. This is why you're flying out of town. And I was like, and I tried to explain to him, if I could fly the audience to me.
You would.
I would.
Oh, man. Private jet. Fly them to you.
That would be so gangster. Yeah, I'm just fly everybody from around the country to see my show.
Right.
Here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we're not at that point yet.
No, that would never make sense.
That's cool.
Oh, thanks. That was Ramin Nazer. He's a really talented artist. He made that.
That's actually pretty chill.
And yeah, he's gonna. I need to revamp some of the arts and stuff like that, and have him kind of create some animated ones. But he's super. You should follow him. He does really, really good stuff. And he's a comedian. He's done late night and stuff. And,
okay, yeah, that's chill.
Really smart, chill guy. But we'll have you back, dude. It was great.
I appreciate it, man.
Really thankful you're coming down.
Yeah.
And we'll have you on the Comedy Bunker again soon.
Yeah, I had.
And,
that was fun. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
really fun.
People have been asking for you to come back. So
oh, excellent.
that'll be great.
Excellent.
All right.
And thank everybody.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys.
All
Bye.
right.